in Glendale. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game. Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. The 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
He'll try again, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Cardinals at 11-2 now. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Now Murray off play action. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Brought down by Jalen Thompson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
91 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw again on second down, Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. "46 yards.
points, and the Cardinals have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Man, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers will complete this one to Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down. Rodgers forced out to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a 1st down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Rodgers. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run with Jones on 1st down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 3, second and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
120 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give the Cardinals a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 28 yards.
And the Cards are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers again now. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Roll, 50.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers completing it to the right side. Johnson. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance of getting the ball back.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.